So you know the old saying, a picture can tell 1,000 words. Well, it can also tell numerous stories, if you know what you're looking at. So, what did you see? A crashed race car? Yes. Any idea on location or date? And did you notice the name above the door? No? Well, it's a cool story, so let's learn more. Yes, that is Jacky Ickx's name above the door. Bet you didn't know he raced at Daytona. Well, actually he didn't, but more on that in a minute. Jacky Ickx was a Belgian-born racer who achieved great success, including 8 wins and 25 podium finishes during his F1 career. He also won the Can-Am Championship in 1979, racing the Lola Chevy for team owner Carl Haas. In 1969, Ickx was a Ford driver, racing for Motor Racing Development, also known as Brabham. With the season-opening F1 race still over a month away in South Africa, Ford asked Jacky to come over to America and race under the Junior Johnson banner as a teammate to primary racer LeeRoy Yarbrough. In fact, Ickx would be racing the same Mercury that LeeRoy raced to a second-place finish in the 1968 Daytona 500. Ickx had experience racing at Daytona, most recently racing the number 8 GT40 during the 1968 Daytona 24-hour event. However, Ickx had never raced a stock car before, so the learning curve would be steep. Under the watchful eye of Holman Moody principal John Holman, Ickx headed out for practice laps in the number 97 Mercury. It didn't take long for the learning curve to get even steeper. After a couple laps, Ickx slammed the wall in turn 3 hard, skidding nearly 600 feet before bottoming out hard on the apron. With helmet in hand, Ickx walked nearly a half a mile back to the pits. No problem, right? Just pull out the backup car and get Jacky back on track. Small problem. Primary racer LeeRoy Yarbrough had also crashed his car in practice, the number 98 Ford Torino. So team owner Junior Johnson was left with a decision. With only 1 car available and 2 drivers, Johnson was forced to give his remaining car to primary driver LeeRoy Yarbrough. Ickx's Daytona stock car experience was over. He isn't even listed in the official record, as he never completed a qualifying attempt. Following qualifying, LeeRoy started the race in 19th position. As the laps wound down, he found himself in the top 5. On lap 181, Yarbrough pitted for the final time, taking a soft compound tire on the left rear at the direction of crew chief Herb Nabb. Race leader Charlie Glotzback pitted on lap 186, but took just 2 regular compound tires. It was the winning decision for crew chief Herb Nabb and LeeRoy Yarbrough. As the two roared down the backstretch on the final lap, Glotzback could see LeeRoy coming and knew he couldn't hold him off. Yarbrough slingshotted past Glotzback entering turn 3 and took the checkered flag, winning the 1969 Daytona 500. I interviewed Charlie Glotzback several years ago, and I asked him specifically about that event. I said, "Charlie, you had a chance to win the Daytona 500. Why didn't you block LeeRoy?" His answer? Very telling. He said, "I knew if I tried to block LeeRoy, we would both wreck. And I needed a check more than I needed a trophy." Think about that for a minute. Thanks for joining me on Racing Reflections. See you next time.